from SanDisk. Now, the one thing I like about this one is the versatility of it. So if we're looking at it, it is a very unique one. I've had drives like this before, smaller than the 256 gig. It's boasting a 150 megabytes per second transfer rate, but it has retractable connectors. So your connector is not going to lose a cap. That's another thing. If you're very common to losing or dropping things, you won't have a cap to lose, and it has both interfaces. So this is ultimately compatible. If you've got like a server and on the front, maybe you only have USB-C ports, this one's really cool because you can come up to it, USB-A ports. You can come up to it with the USB-A side, or you can bring it back to your other computer and switch over to the USB-C. This does have a hole for it, which is almost impossible to use. You can sometimes feed things through with a paper clip there, but I want you to watch and pay very close attention to how I open this. I slide this one end and you can see I have a USB Type-C interface. I slide it the other way and I have a USB-A interface on that side. This is one of the only ones that I know design-wise does this. Super fancy to have a USB-C and a USB-A. It's called No Name. It's also FAT32 formatted, so it looks like consistently these are all FAT32 versus the ext FAT system. And we're gonna start the performance test. This one's coming in at a kind of a lackluster performance. So if you're looking for raw performance, the Samsung definitely is there. Coming in at the 63 megabytes per second when we round up. So now it only boasts 150 megabyte per second performance, which it's doing on the read side. So it is getting its full transfer rate that it boasted. So I'm going to write that down as 153. We're going to let it run a couple more times. The write speed and the read speed were slower. Now we're looking a little bit faster, but it's fluctuating quite a bit on this. There's not a lot of consistency on these, on this one specifically. So this is from SanDisk. This probably has the most utility though. Definitely has a lot more flexibility having the dual interfaces. And I love the idea that it has no adapters to lose. So the write speed for the very utility-oriented SanDisk was 63 max, and the read speed was 153.